These brilliant beasts are known for their awesome, giant horns that grow from their snouts, hence the name rhinoceros, meaning nose horn. Want to know more about the largest land mammal? Let's get started. Our planet is home to 5 species of rhinoceros: the black rhino and the white rhino, which live in Africa, and the Sumatran, Javan and Indian, or greater one-horned, rhino, which inhabit the tropical forests and swamps of Asia. The white rhino is the largest rhino species and the largest land mammal after the elephant. White rhinos can grow to weigh more than 5,000 pounds, which is almost as much as a Land Rover. A large male hippopotamus can actually exceed the largest rhino in size, perhaps by as much as half a ton, but because it spends most of its time in rivers and lakes, biologists consider it an aquatic, not a land mammal. Black and white rhinos are both, in fact, gray. The names of black and white rhinos are misleading, as both are actually gray. The white rhino is said to have gotten its name from the Afrikans' word for wide, referring to its wide, square lip. Early English explorers mistook this word for white and consequently named this species white rhino, and the other black rhino to differentiate. Rhino horns are made of keratin, which is also the key component of human hair and fingernails. But the horns are not just dense clumps of hair. CT scans have shown dense mineral deposits of calcium and melanin in the core of the horn. The calcium makes the horn stronger, and the melanin protects it from the sun's UV rays. Javan and greater one-horned rhinos only have one horn, whereas all the other rhino species have 2 horns. Their horns grow continuously during their lifetime. The white rhino's horn can grow 7 centimeters every year, and the record length is 150 centimeters long. Rhino horn has been used for centuries in traditional Asian medicine, but has not been proven to cure any illness. Some rhinos use their teeth, not their horns, for defense. When an Indian rhino defends itself against a predator or another rhino, it doesn't use its horn to gore its opponent. Instead, it slashes and gouges viciously with the long, sharp incisors and canine teeth on its lower jaw. Neither the black nor the white rhino has incisors. Only the Indian and Sumatran rhinos have canines. Despite their huge size and strength, these bulky beasts don't prey on other animals for food. They're herbivores and instead like to munch on lots of grass and plants at night, dawn and dusk. An adult white rhino can produce as much as 50 pounds of dung per day. That's a lot of poo. Nuances in the smell of dung can tell a rhino a lot about others in the area. Each rhino's smell is unique and identifies its owner. The dung of a young rhino smells different than that of an adult. A male's dung smells different than a female's, and the dung of a female in estrus gives off a different odor than that of a non-reproductive female. Rhinos have poor vision. Rhinos' eyesight isn't great. They're unable to see a motionless person at a distance of 30 meters. They mainly rely on their strong sense of smell. Rhinos can often be seen rolling around in mud, giving themselves a protective mud coat to keep them cool, stop insects biting, and get rid of any parasites. Asian rhinos are also excellent swimmers, crossing rivers with ease. But their African relatives are very poor swimmers and can drown in deep water, so they stick to wallowing in mud for a cool down. They communicate through honks, sneezes and poo. Rhinos make an array of funny noises when they're communicating. During confrontations, they growl and make trumpet calls. Black rhinos snort when they're angry, make sneeze-like calls as alarms, scream if they're scared. Rhinos also communicate through their poo and urine. When rhino poo in the same place as other rhinos, an area known as a latrine, they can smell the poo and urine of other individuals and know who's in the area. For the most part, rhinoceroses are solitary animals and like to avoid each other. But some species, particularly the white rhino, may live in groups. They may rarely hang out with each other, but they spend a lot of time with their feathered friends. Rhinos are often seen with oxpeckers, or tick birds, perched on their back, which live off the pesky parasitic insects living in the rhino's thick skin. The birds' loud cries also help alert their big buddies of potential danger too. Because of their huge bodies, strong horns and thick, armor-like skin, rhinos have no natural predators. Nevertheless, these brilliant beasts get frightened easily. When they feel threatened, their instinct is to charge directly at whatever has spooked them, whether it be another animal or a harmless object. Male rhinos are called bulls and females are called cows. Their young are calves. Females tend to be more sociable than the more solitary, territorial males. Together, a group of rhinos is called a crash. Every 2.5 to 5 years, a female rhino will reproduce. Female rhinos carry their young for a gestation period of 15 to 16 months. They usually only have one baby at a time, though they do sometimes have twins. At birth, baby rhinos, which are called calves, are still quite big, at 40 to 64 kilograms. The only animals with longer gestation periods are elephants, which carry a fetus for close to 2 years. Most wild rhino calves never meet their fathers. After mating, adult male and female rhinos typically go their separate ways. After the calf is born, it will probably spend a couple of years or more in the company of its mother, and perhaps associate with other females and their calves. But the father rhino is not part of the standard social group. At around 3 years old, the calf will set out on its own. A rhino can live up to 45 years. Sadly, it's estimated that there are only around 29,000 rhinos left in the wild, compared to 500,000 at the beginning of the 20th century. The main threat to these beautiful animals is illegal hunting, largely because their horns are used in traditional folk medicine, particularly in Asia. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already.